I believe Coates and Kendi are both atheists. And that's been part of the dissent, is that now you're getting two very highly secular people leading the discussion about what should be going on with black people. And that alliance between these secular atheist black men and the secular atheist white liberal community. Now you got the little satanic cabal, the circle, and so that's where I think without Coach there would never be a Ibram Kendi, and it's like Coach retired and he went off to whatever hell considers heaven. He went off there, he retired, and sent his only begotten satanic son Kendi.
I'm sorry, Delano. Man, I'm sorry, man.
This is where I'm not exact. This is the way I see it, Jim. If you go take ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me, this celebrated book of his that I think won every award that you could possibly. I can't remember all the awards they threw at him and the money they threw at him. You go read it. It's like the devil's handbook. There's no hope in there. Zero hope. When you take hope away from people, you're sentencing them to death. And that, when I look at Coates and Kendi, and when you start saying what Kendi's saying and what Delano has explained, and it's accurate, when you start telling people your destiny is not in your control, it's in these white people that you don't know, that are all over Twitter and social media, they're actually, that's taking more hope away from you, actually you and God working things out and figuring things out. Now he's installed the white liberal as God, and you need to place your hope and faith in them. I'm not joking when I call this stuff satanic. Delano, you made an analogy in your piece for the 1776 Project to Frederick Douglass and juxtaposed him to Ibram Kendi. Why did you do that? Why is Frederick Douglass 100 years, 120 years later still very relevant today?
So I think it's important to say a little bit about the 1776 Unites Project. So that project, which came out of it's part of the Woodson Center. So many of the viewers may know Bob Woodson and the work that he's done in communities, particularly in black communities across the country, and funding programs and helping local leaders on the ground take control of their communities and provide pathways of opportunity and education for people all across the country. So 1776 arose as a direct counter to the 1619 Project and the type of narrative that it was trying to spread, both about this country and about black people's existence in it. And the purpose of 1776 Unites Project is to tell a different story, to focus on the determination and the strength and the resilience of black people who came, from this country's inception, who have made a way out of no way, who have progressed in the midst of unspeakable evil at times, and slavery and segregation and oppression. And even throughout those, that entire time period, we were building strong families and businesses and schools and organizations. So 1776 really wants to tell the story of hope and inspiration. And really that gets to what you were talking about before. I chose Douglass as a person to juxtapose with Kendi, because even though he doesn't use the term anti-racist, his views are very much anti-racist, because he starts from, in my opinion, the right position, which is to say that the humanity and dignity of black people does not come from, or is not based on, the opinions of whites, whether they be slave owners or BLM supporters. It comes from their creator. It comes from the same creator that creates all people.